Happy birthday, Mr. Potato Head. Wow, 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 wow. I'm tweeting insanity. And Mr. Potato's birthday today came up on his sanity calendar, April 30th. He is now 70 years old. And April 30th, 1952 is considered Mr. Potato Head's birthday because that's the year his TV commercial debuted. Wow, 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 wow. And it was the first time a toy had been advertised on TV. So the idea, the concept of Mr. Potato Head was thought up by George Lerner in 1949. But his official birthday, April 30th, 1952, is after Hasbro bought the idea from Lerner and started mass marketing the concept. And I think you probably already know, back then, it was just a kit of pieces that you poked into a real potato. It was called Mr. Potato Head, but you could put the pieces on oranges and onions and rutabagas and carrots. It was advertised to do as such. Now it's interesting that in the Funko Pop retro toys line, of which Mr. Potato Head is number 2, Mrs. Potato Head is number 30. They're not even showing the retro designs. What I find most fascinating, bizarre, and uncanny about the early Mr. Potato Heads is that they were so literal in the potato being a head. You had to provide your own potato, but you stuck it on a body. It was a plastic body, and then you got to poke in the eyes and the mouth and the nose and the pipe and the arms. It just seems like they would have thought of the idea. You make, because here, look at these pictures. Here, it became very top heavy. It became unusually weird top heavy looking because it had to be the head, and they always chose like a large potato. But I'm just saying, I don't know why the idea of having, you stick arms, legs, and feet into the potato head / body. I don't know why that wasn't from the start. And we also are doing Mrs. Potato Head because R.I.P. Estelle Harris, who died earlier this month. She died at age 93. She does the voice for Mrs. Potato Head in the Toy Story movies. She died at age 93. Okay? But the thing is, in reality, Mrs. Potato Head didn't come to market until 1953. And of course, Don Rickles, who in the Toy Story franchise does the voice of Mr. Potato Head, died 2020. Jim Varney, who does the voice of Slinky Dog, died in the year 2000. And even in the, Chuckles from Toy Story 3, that actor died. I think his name was Bud Lackey. Anyway, this is about Mr. Potato Head. Happy birthday. Let's see what else I can tell you. April 30th, 1952. First toy advertised on TV. After that advertisement, 1 million sold. There were only 98 cents a pack. 1 million Potato Head units sold. The next year, Mrs. Potato Head shows up and their 2 kids. Their names Spud and Yam. So it was just miniature body and miniature facial parts that you stuck in a smaller potato. It wasn't until 64, so 12 years of them having this top-heavy potato on a little plastic body. 64. 12 years of spiked, dangerous toys. 12 years of real potato action rotting under children's beds, in their closets, and under the sofa. They finally introduced the plastic portion. But I think, 64 was still, you get a plastic potato, you put on a plastic body. And then you put the plastic pieces in it of your choosing, mix and match. It literally wasn't until after Cookie Cucumber and Pete Pepper and Katie Carrot, Oscar Orange. I mean, they were running the whole produce section. It wasn't until 75 that they said, you know what, why don't we just make the head and the body one plastic piece and just put these legs on. Okay, but this is how. I don't know what was going on at Hasbro. They took away the idea of this separate body, plastic body head, one piece, just like the M&Ms, anthropomorphized food. You don't need a distinct body. I want to feel like I'm eating the whole character. It just happens to have arms and legs and a face. It feels so much weirder when it has a whole separate body with all like human organs in the body. Fit it all in one headpiece, my dude. So that's what they came up with 75. But the thing was, then they took away the arms. So it literally looked like this, but without the arms. What they're showing here is the 80s and 90s version because it makes sense on Funko's part, I guess, because now you could finally have a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head Funko Pop for your Toy Story Tuesday shelf. Because the whole deal was Hasbro does the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, whereas Mattel does the Toy Story toys. Now Hasbro can do a Toy Story version of, a Buzz Lightyear and a Woody Potato Head. But you're never going to see Potato Head, the Toy Story character, 1995, in a pack with Buzz and Woody and Bo Peep, Jessie separately because that's all Mattel. 1987, he got rid of his pipe. So retro toys, we already know these are more recent, more closer to current day than 87. It's literally, I just done did said it. It's the 95 version. I guess 95 is retro, but when your history goes all the way back to 49, maybe they could have done different versions. I think there is that version with the mixed-up face that just looked dumb. But yeah, these are quite appropriate and ready for a Toy Story Funko Pamp collection. Now they didn't start doing those licensed versions like Darth Tater, Optimash Prime until 2005. So yeah, R.I.P. Estelle Harris and happy birthday, Mr. Potato Head. We are done and we are out. I hope you thumbs it up this April 30th. How hard can it be to hold two things at once? Yeah, they look good as pops. Okay. If you still got a vintage Mr. Potato Head set laying around, be careful with that. Be careful with those sharp parts. And don't let your potatoes go to rot like Toy Insanity did. Ugh. Ooh, that smells terrible. Okay, thumbs up. Good. Bye.